the West Coast is a spiritual home, perhaps it's here, in this remote corner of South Westland, caught between the Southern Alps and the Tasman Sea. The Haast is what they call it, one of the most isolated areas in New Zealand, where a distinctive breed of people live out their lives in a uniquely close and abiding relationship with the land. It's New Zealand's last frontier, and there are few places left to go. But I'm not planning on going anywhere, because it's that time of year when life in the Haast lane revolves around one thing and one thing only, New Zealand's most elusive and sought-after delicacy. Like hundreds of others, I'm here for the whitebait season, and with luck I might even get myself invited to the world-famous Whitebaiters Ball. We shall see. During the whitebait season, the population of Haast increases fivefold, although it's difficult to tell that because there is no central Haast as such. People are spread out on a range of settlements from Jackson's Bay to Lake Moeraki, which means the place has a deceptively empty look about it. This lack of centralisation and proper urban planning presents some problems for an intrepid reporter like myself, eager to get to grips with the whole whitebaiting ethos. Where do you find them? Well, one of the many rivers is a good place to start, but even then some of these whitebaiters prove to be about as elusive as the whitebait themselves. Hello, a sign of life. Just passing on by there, Marge. It is the famous Marge. I knew it was. We've been searching for you. I feel like Dr. Livingston here.
Well, I told him that I didn't want to go on camera.
I can see you. No, I see you're doing a very good job of not going on camera. Keep talking from under the coat there, Marge. It'll be just fine. How is it going this season? Got a few? Well, thanks very much, Marge. It's been absolutely lovely seeing you. And do you mind if I shake hands with you? Just ever so nervously. Thank you very much, Marge. And all the best with the rest of the whitebaiting. I think you've got them fooled. I don't think they really know you're here. Good work. I'm glad to see not everyone is seduced by the glamour of television. And why should they be? With whitebait like this fetching $30 or $40 a kilo, that, it seems, is where the real glamour lies. During the season down here, people come from all over New Zealand to take out their licences and set up their stands. It's not flash, the hours are long, and there are no guarantees. But whatever it is, they keep coming back. So what's it like when you get a big run on here?
Oh, that looks blooming good, eh? You know, with this big, black, like a snake, just continually streaming into the net. You can be out there 6 hours at a time, just with the stick trying to get them all in the net, you know.
Rounding them up. How are you doing? Couldn't have a wee word with you, could I, about the whitebait business? Don't want to interrupt your lunch, of course, but...
Yeah.
Oh,
great.
hi there, Gary McCormick.
Malcolm Kira.
Pleased to meet you, Malcolm. I've just come to have a look at the operation here. It's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah, you have to be, it has to be impressive to stand up to the weather.
You've been catching many?
Oh, not very much today, no.
No, a bit of a quiet day.
Yeah, yeah, they come and go.
They come and go, eh? I suppose it's like a lot of things in life, really.
Oh, you can put a ring around that one.
All looks pretty peaceful down there.
It does, doesn't it? But I suppose you can't tell, really. You get close up and see what they're doing with those little critters.
Yeah, one of the things that happens here is the water goes in behind the screens as the tide comes in. One of the things under the regulations is that you're not allowed water between the screen and the bank.
Oh,
So as the tide moves in, they've got to shift their gear in with it.
I suppose we better go and check, shall we?
Yep.
Good.
Not trying to catch whitebait up here.
Dan McDonald, dock ranger down here.
Nice to meet you.
Yep.
How are you?
Had any luck?
How's things? Yeah, we've got a bit,
Right.
but it's pretty scarce today, just the same.
Right.
Now, Glenn, what else do you have to do? Is that it? You just come and say hello?
Often people have questions. They want to know about the regulations, or while we're here, they often ask questions about other things as well, you know, that the department's involved in out there.
That's it? Nothing more dramatic than that? We aren't going to arrest anybody or lock them up or anything and throw away the key? Where's the fun?
Well, some days there's a bit more going on, but these guys are being pretty good here.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I think he's been
You've done well.
He's been watching us, yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, they're right. Oh, yes. And oh, look, they're grouping.
I'm sure
Oh,
are.
I see. Stand back. You're going to shepherd them in with that pole, are you?
Yes. You just
Encourage them.
quietly.
So that stick is the sort of white-baiting equivalent of a sheepdog, is it?
Trout.
Oh, trout. The stick pretend to be a trout, I see.
Yes.
Does this ceremony here have some sort of mystical significance for you?
No, it don't, because I always used to like fishing when I was a kid, and it really relaxes me just to look into the water, you know? It's
Right.
like one of those things that I've always done. It just suits me. I can sit here and just stand here and look here and think, you know, just new things float into my head. It's good.
Now, are you going to the Whitebaiters Ball?
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Well, I'm thinking of going. Is that all right?
Yeah. Are we going to have a dance?
Well, I was hoping that we would. Informality, that's the keynote in Haast. They've never taken kindly to rules and regulations down here. In fact, this secret whitebaiters settlement near the Haast River is a case in point.
Initially, I believe it was called Camp Runamuck, and over the years, people have gradually adopted the word Quitcher, and each hut is individually named Quitcher Bitchet and Quitcher Yapping, Quitcher Snoring, Quitcher Brewing, and there's 12 or 14 huts. And collectively, of course, it's known as Quitchertown.
Now, it'd be fair to say that the buildings here don't exactly measure up to your standard building regulations. Is that a bit of a problem?
Well, they're still trying to work out what is the answer for Quitchertown. When we first talked about it, there was about 4 different owners of the different areas here. So the government, I don't think they still don't know who actually the owners are.
Do you think it'll carry on, or do you think they'll try and close you down?
Certainly hope not. A lot of those huts or cabins, people take a lot of pride in them, and they're home for 3 months for a lot of people. Yeah, no, some of them are very, very upmarket. They're quite good. They might look rough outside, but yeah.
Whitebait at this time of year is a central and indeed almost obsessive element in this community. It's not only the large numbers of visiting whitebaiters it brings in. For Haast people themselves, whitebait can be a critically important source of supplementary income. But if whitebait was all there was to Haast, the place would be deserted for 9 months of the year. In fact, there's a great deal more to life in the Haast Lane, as we'll see.
Who finances the loaders that load the logs, the trucks that take them to the mill, the machine at the mill that dresses the logs that go to make timber for houses? UDC, New Zealand's finance company.
You can talk out through your nose and say, how you going, mate? You can shout your cuzzy's lunch, but just make sure they bring a plate. You can watch the one-day cricket, can scream until you're hoarse, but you'll never be a Kiwi till you love our Waddy's sauce. Well, you can burn a snarl of black right through, slap it on some bread. You can throw the kids a bowl of chips and say that they've been fed, yeah. You can wear your sloppy jandals on some very posh golf course, but you'll never be a Kiwi till you love our Waddy's sauce. You can do a fearsome haka, and every All Black can with ease. You can bake a cake that lights up the skies and serve it up for tea. Well, if you can sit around and yarn the night away, if the beer will last, of course, but you'll never be a Kiwi till you love our Waddy's sauce. Yeah.
Health professionals agree lean beef is an excellent source of iron, so let's cook. Let's cook. Let's eat. Let's eat. Now let's work. Let's work. Come on and be bitter. Let's be bitter. For top physical and mental performance. So beef it up.
Lean beef. Well, you can talk out through your nose and say, how you going, mate? You can shout your cuzzy's lunch, but just make sure they bring a plate. You can watch the one-day cricket, you can scream until you're hoarse, but you'll never be a Kiwi till you love our waddy sauce. You can burn a snarl of black white through, slap it on some bread. You can throw the kids a bowl of chips and say that they've been fed. You can wear your sloppy jandals on a very posh golf course, but you'll never be a Kiwi till you love our waddy sauce. You can do a fearsome haka, every All Black can with ease. You can bake a cake that lights the skies and serve it up for tea. Well, you can sit and yarn the night away if the beer will last, of course, but you'll never be a Kiwi till you love our waddy sauce.
She's barely known in New Zealand, but in China she's a heroine. Tomorrow, Kathleen Hall and her story of remarkable courage. How did this missionary nurse win over the Chinese? Homes with Susan Woods, tomorrow 6:30 on One.
Tomorrow, Wheel of Fortune gets underway with enthusiastic advice.
Go for it as we look here for a thing.
A thing called good luck.
Oh, problem.
Wheel of Fortune, tomorrow at 7 following Homes on Television One.
This is Haast's southernmost community. South of here is 290 kilometres of trackless wilderness. It's the site of the very first settlement in the Haast, where it all began, and for some, where it all ended. Since the first sealers came here in the 1790s, Jackson Bay has been recognised as the only sheltered port in 370 kilometres of exposed coastline, which explains why it played such an important role in the settlement of South Westland. Today, Jackson Bay is a quiet fishing settlement with little to indicate that it was once intended to be the coast's largest and most prosperous community.
It was settled here in the early days, 1840s, 1860s, something like that. Never come to anything. There was problems with shipping, stores tucker in. Big sawmill up the road at the Arrawatta, in the vicinity of the Arrawatta somewhere. They couldn't get timber out, so it went by the way.
But how many people live here now?
Only about 8 in Jackson's Bay.
Pretty idyllic setting, really, for a life, it seems.
Yeah, it's good. It's nice and quiet.
What's happening here nowadays?
Oh, mainly fishing. All fishing, yeah.
First of our family arrived here in 1875. Originally, they were given 10-acre blocks down along what we call the Arrawatta settlement, which is down towards just on the northeastern side of Jackson's Bay, and you were given the 10-acre blocks, and you had to establish your home on that. But those plots were just solid bush at that stage, just solid bush, and the people had to just cut their way into it and build their little huts or dwellings that they lived in, and then start work from there. And she was tough going, I'll bet, you know.
You obviously had to be pretty tough to survive. How did your family get through?
Tough or silly, we're not really sure, but yes, we did survive. It's been a struggle, and let's face it, we're still struggling.
A couple of weeks ago down the river with carrots from over in Central. We had 100% kill down there, but we've got rabbits real bad up here, and it's getting late in the year, and so we decided to use the chopper and get rid of some, at least until next winter, so we can start poisoning them again.
I've heard that you get quite a few when you bring the cattle down from up the valley a bit. You see if your rabbits come out in the open.
Yeah, well, when we're driving the cattle down the flats here, you can have anything up to 1,000 rabbits in front of the cows. And you get to the beach, and they're just sitting out on the beach, they don't know where to go. And they get to the river, and then they just scatter, and all the dogs get a few. But
I suppose you can see the dollars ticking away, can you? You see that copter going across there?
Yeah.
And the guy with the gun is Phil. He's a bit of a hired gunner. He's sort of like a bit... Two with one shot then. Good use of ammunition. Thank you. The hired gun, the man in black. Does he sort of stride into town with his gun tucked under his arm and everybody goes quiet in the bar, doesn't he?
Yeah, Phil Wright. He's got a good reputation shooting around this area.
I can hear you, Sax.
You know, there's so many popping out from all the holes in place, so you try and cover one area and then come back, keep going back.
Cunning little bastards, I can see the problem. Would you be one of these people that'd be in favour of myxomatosis if you got to stand on this one?
I think we can control ours without it, but yeah, the floods here keeps the rabbits at bay. Because all this goes underwater in a big flood. But we haven't had any decent floods here for about 3 or 4 years, so the rabbits have got away with it.
Whereas like over a poison pond here, you might only get about 30 an hour, but in this country here, well, the way we're going here, you probably end up with, probably 200-300 an hour here.
Right, okay, well, keep up the good work. We'll be watching from a distance and from behind cover. I think we'll get out of the way. What do you reckon? He might come swooping in over here.
Right.
Well, Barry, how long have you been in the fishing game?
Oh, 25 years, Gary, down here.
It's exhilarating being out here, isn't it? Is the business a very good one?
Oh, it has its ups and downs. Some years are good, some are not so good.
Well, we might as well head further out and let's see how you do it, eh?
We'll go and show you what's around.
Very bracing, very bracing. How long have you had this system in operation?
We've been working it 25 years, Gary.
Pretty amazing engineering feat.
Wasn't always like this.
Ken told me of a day when you were out in the middle of this on a carriageway going out the island and it got stuck out there.
Yeah, that was pretty exciting.
How did you get back to shore?
Had to walk in on the rope.
You had to walk in on the rope?
Yeah.
That'd be quite an achievement. I mean, people would pay to see that, probably.
Yeah, well, they won't be paying me again.
Pots out here? Or?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Gary,
Would many people take you on like that?
Oh, yeah, it happens, and it's happening more each year now.
Is that right? Yeah.
As long as they've got quota in this area, they can fish anywhere.
Yeah.
Used to have it pretty much to ourselves. But...
Tell me, Barry, you still get the same thrill and sense of excitement every time you bring up a pot?
Yep, you do. Yeah, it doesn't matter how many you lift, you're always looking forward to the next one.
And what's the biggest number of crays you've ever had in a pot that you can remember?
Probably 20 years ago, it'd be quite common to get 50 odd.
Yeah. What are you doing there, Barry?
That was just a concession fish. You're allowed a slightly smaller female.
Are you? And you're not allowed to take them if they've got eggs or something, is
no.
that? Well, she's a fairly remote piece of countryside, Barry. A bit of a road into your place. How do you yourself get about?
Oh, I've got a choice, really. Gary, I muck around with a few old cars in the wintertime.
You're a man of many interests.
Yeah, I'll show you some when we get back in.
Oh, great. You might be able to give me a bit of a lift if you don't mind.
Yeah, I could probably do that too. I first bought this car when I was 16. And being a young fella and not having much interest in cars, we wrecked it and sold it. And then we found it again about 5 years ago in a pretty wrecked state, and we've restored it to what it is today. So it actually means quite a bit to me.
You've got a few other old cars as well, haven't you?
Oh yeah, Gary, it's a disease.
Well, between fixing up these cars and running a fishing boat and having the most elaborate cableway known in the history of fishing in New Zealand, you're a pretty practical man with your hands.
Yeah, I think you've got to be to live here.
Well, I must say I'm looking forward to this Whitematers ball. There'll be a lot of other practical blokes there too, I imagine.
Should be a good night.
We both said we should steer clear of other people's problems for a while. On the other hand,
The good guys just can't help it.
£2 million in gold bars were never found.
you know where they are.
No, they just can't find it.
Take a quick feel around.
Are they starting to lose it?
I'll straighten it out.
I'm trying to, is it that one, or is it that one?
Or have they already lost it?
You've gone raving barmy.
Did they ever have it?
Just mind your hat.
The Good Guys, Thursday, 8:35, following the bill on One.
Who finances the harvesters that reap the grain, the trucks that take it to the mill, that makes the flour, that makes the bread that goes in the vans to the dairies? UDC, New Zealand's finance company.
Get into it, mate. Got no time to waste. Get into the taste, I'll buy the bread.
Go ahead, make your play.
Get into it, mate.
I want a mixed grill covered in sauce. I want a mixed grill covered in sauce. Enough greasy chips to feed a horse. Enough greasy chips to feed a horse.
I want my Molenberg.
She wants a Molenberg.
Keeps me fed, haven't you heard?
Keeps her fed, haven't you heard?
It's the fibre and the full grain that makes health-conscious people sing out for Molenberg.
We want a Molenberg.
From a single-minded vision, Nissan has created an all-new car, the Nissan Bluebird. No matter where your journey should lead you, it has the power to produce a driving experience so enjoyable, you'll never want it to stop, and technology to ensure you always can. The Nissan Bluebird, designed to satisfy the needs of an ever-changing world.
Spring, a great time to freshen up your home. Add some colour today with Briscoe's huge spring sale, now in its last days. Italian glassware sets half price, stems $16.50, tumbler set $7.50. Hardy cordless phones now $168. Italian-made non-stick fry pans half price from $14.99. Up to 50% off Persian style rugs, lots of designs and colours from $29.99, and resin chairs $9.75. The smart buys are at Briscoe's spring sale. Oh, but hurry, sale ends Sunday.
It's happening again. Versatile Garages are giving away another new car. When Graham and Sherry Buckler bought their new Versatile Garage early this year, they drove away in this new Holden Barina. Buy your new Versatile Garage during September or October, and it could be your turn to win a snappy new Holden Barina worth over $22,000. Choose your new Versatile Garage from the wide range. For strength and quality, you can't go past a Versatile Garage. We're in your yellow pages and throughout New Zealand.
Don't miss it. New Zealand's #1 furnishing show at Mackenzie and Willis. Spectacular.
Rumble, Ben Rumble. Cell phone's gone mad. Pick a colour. This European designed cell phone has 50 memories and comes in 6 colours. Ask about our special price. Ben Rumble Communications, Christchurch and Dunedin. Top deals, top service. Pick me up.
We're just getting the bulls in now and loading up the truck down to Errawatta. It's sort of the time of year where you've got to put your bulls out, annual trip. So we just truck them down and then drive them in. It takes us 3 days to drive them in and place them in the valley with the cows.
This would account for why they're fairly restless then, would that be the reason?
Yeah.
They're quite keen to see the girls.
Yeah, that's that time of year. Yeah,
Right.
they know what they've got to do.
It seems that everybody around here really knows what they have to do. You know, your life is sort of ordered by the seasons of it, isn't it? It's a set routine.
Well, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you've got
the seasons of the year.
Right.
Stag roaring season, and then duck shooting season, and then whitebait season.
So you brought your mate in as well, I see, to help you here. I hear you're a professional rodeo rider.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've been doing it now for a few years.
Yeah, and a bull kicked you in the ear, I also hear. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, hasn't done much for your good looks on that side.
No, that's true. Yeah, that's the trouble. Oh, I didn't mind. I just look at the girls from the other side.
Now, I've got two generations of the Nolan clan here, Kevin and JJ. How long has the family been in these parts?
Oh, they go right back to early Jackson Bay.
Is that right? You were some of the early settlers there?
Yeah, that's right. I'm the third generation.
Good heavens, that makes you the fourth.
Yeah.
And he's the only son, 7 daughters.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a bit of a worry having the whole future of the clan resting on his shoulders, isn't it?
Oh, well, he's grown up with it.
Right.
He's very experienced. You have to be born here to appreciate the difficulties
Right.
which we work under with the weather conditions and
Right.
floods and rain and so on. Yeah.
Pretty hard going.
We've got to work the conditions when they're right.
How long have you been running this horse drinking business, Debbie?
About 2 years we started.
You must be one of that sort of new wave of tourism industry that seems to have taken over from the old exploitative type resource industries in the area.
Yes, definitely. Past is sort of the place where you either got to go for times or be left behind. Yeah.
So you're quite keen on this outdoor life?
Only way to go. I'm definitely not a city person. I go to town for a day and a day's shopping, I've got a throbbing headache and I just want to come home.
Were you born on the coast then?
Yes, I was.
Tell me about women on the coast. From what I've seen, they strike me as being very resourceful and quite tough characters. Would that be fair?
Yes, it would be fair. I think it's been a matter of having to over here to be able to get out and do things for yourself.
Men and women here are very equal in that sense that you're both involved in similar activities and you both do similar kinds of work.
Yeah. There's no room for chauvinism in Haas. It doesn't go down too well.
Well, I understand you do a bit of mustering, is that right?
Yes, I do a lot of local mustering for all the local cockies around here, as well as my own.
So after a hard day's mustering, what happens?
We hit the pub.
What is it that you like about being in Hart?
The people.
Yeah?
That'll be great.
You come over here frequently to talk to them?
Oh, we've been here about 5 years now, every whitebait season.
Yeah, so you're into the whitebaiting in a big way, are you?
Oh, not big way. No, we go home with a feed. That's what we go home with. But we have a lot of fun.
Right.
This is the place. This is New Zealand. This is great.
Left arm swing with the lady on the left. Right arm swing with your partner. Left arm swing with the lady on the left. Right left hand, right full bump, left full bump. Right full bump and a left full bump. Back to back with your partner there.
Tell me, you're a Haas local? Yep. How long have you been here?
Well, about 11 years now.
11 years? What do you do here?
Nothing at all.
That must be quite a lot of fun, really.
Oh, we're doing a bit of a whitebaiting over here.
Right. And how is this whitebaiting business going?
Everybody want to be
How's this
here.
whitebaiting business going?
I've never been fishing for bloody 3 weeks now so far, you know.
Right.
Because I'm looking after a little wee baby.
Oh, right. Are you? You're a father, a family man with a young baby to look after.
Yeah.
You had to go on the bucking bronco yet?
No, wait, I'll say.
Yeah, you're too smart. Good for you. They're trying to pressure me into it, you know, but I'm playing a bit hard to get at the moment. We'll see what happens. Is that right? Oh, there's a bit of a run. Is that the word you use?
That's what we're doing.
They use the same expression with whitebait, actually.
they will do.
Same phenomenon.
3-1,
3131 on its own number 3. 3939 30 blind 30. 6767 90 top of the show. 4242 5858 on its own number 7. 6464 2525 10 Dowling Street. 21 Key to the Door 1717 on its own number 8. 7272 4848. That's correct.
Just be careful where you put your hand. Be careful where you put your hand. Very forward women on the West Coast.
Out of the saddle. Tonight on Prime Time, a new home for the Royal New Zealand Ballet Company. Does it belong in Wellington or Auckland? We debate the North-South cultural clash. Meanwhile, two of the most powerful minds limber up to do battle for the biggest sporting prize ever. And after years of wrangling, the body of disgraced former President Ferdinand Marcos returns home, and he continues to draw the crowds.
Join Maggie Barry on Prime Time tonight at 9:40, New Zealand's news leader.
Tired of upright cleaners with no power? Tired of not being able to pick up fluff, dust and pet hairs? This demonstration is for you. Marie is about to demonstrate the super suction, super power, super affordability of the new...
There's one super that just sucks. You can have much more fun for your buck. If you want super, take a tip. The one for you is Super Lucky Dip.
Try Super Lucky Dip and get 4 more chances to win, all on the one ticket.
And Lotto is the name of the game.
Every now and then, people come across something so well thought out, so timeless, it becomes a classic, which may explain why the Honda Accord strikes just the right chord with demanding drivers. At current prices, Accord is almost certainly playing your song. Accord from Honda, premium cars at competitive prices.
Decay, plaque, tartar, gum disease. You can help protect against the bacteria that cause these problems. One toothpaste combines fluoride with Trectol, antibacterial protection. New AIM Ultra. AIM Ultra, antibacterial protection.
Dreaming of a new home? Perhaps now's the time to stick your neck out. Because at ANZ, we're not charging any approval fees on our home loans. It could save you as much as $1,000 as you go through the A to Z of buying your new home. But hurry, it's only available for a limited time.
Works for me.
Cleopatra, a new soap, sumptuous as a cream,